Yippity yippity you! No, I haven't lost the plot. My name's Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're looking at the crystal Yooperlite. Now Yooperlite is this rather grey and brown looking stone that gets its name from where it is found. It's found around the shorelines of Lake Superior in Michigan, USA, and apparently those that live in the upper peninsula of Michigan are known as Yoopers colloquially. So, being named after them, this is Yooperlite. Now, as a Gemini, you may be wondering, why would I kind of get that excited about a stone that is just kind of this brown and grey? Well, this is a kind of cyanite with fluorescent sodalite in it, which means when we actually put a UV light on it, you'll actually see you get these flashes of different parts of orange in it. And I must admit, in the sunlight here, it's not as spectacular, it's not showing on the camera as exciting as it will be when you actually get this crystal. So this is a crystal that from first appearance may not seem that amazing, may not seem that spectacular, but it has hidden magic within it. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video, is what the hidden magic in Yooperlite is and how it can help to bring out more magic in your life as well. Stop hogging my camera time, Leaf. The first way that we can use Yooperlite is helping to bring truth to the surface. If you're a Sagittarius or you've got a lot of Sagittarius in your birth chart, Sagittarians are often the seekers of truth, and so you may really resonate with this crystal. And I'm going to talk about another group astrologically that resonate with this in a little while as well. But anyone who wants to bring things up to the surface and have honest and truthful conversations, Yooperlite is really going to help with that. Now, if you're someone who tends to repress emotions, whether that be anger, whether that be grief, whether that be frustration, and just kind of keep them down, this is going to be a really great crystal to help to unveil them. When there is a bit of emotional constipation in a family and people aren't expressing how they feel, and that's actually affecting relationships, Yooperlite, gridded around that area, will be really, really beautiful. Meditating with this can be really, really great if you're feeling on edge or agitated and not too sure why, to help you kind of bring up to the surface and reveal what is hidden and what you're not actually seeing that's upsetting you or disturbing you in one way or another. You can also use this as a great amulet to take if you are doing therapy. Obviously, we want to get the most out of each therapy session that we can, and we want to be able to bring things up with ease. And Yooperlite will help you to bring things up and even help you to discover things that you hadn't realized about yourself in these sessions as well. It's also a great stone to use in grids. If you're building a grid that is associated with truthfulness, honesty, finding a solution, everything being out in the open, then Yooperlite is a great addition in those grids. Yooperlite is an asset when it comes to self-development as well. As it is a dull stone, but when it's put in the right situation, in the right environment, its true beauty shows. And this can help you with helping with your self-esteem and your self-confidence and finding ways to feel grounded, settled, and then confident to show who you truly are in different situations. It's also going to be a great crystal for spiritual transformation and spiritual discovery as well. By wearing this crystal, having it around you, keeping it in your bedroom at night, and just having its energy there, it'll help to unveil new spiritual truths. Maybe you're trying to reach out to your guides, your angels, and you're just not finding that that connection is there, or you're getting the kind of response that's really clear and you understand what's happening. Having Yooperlite around will be a really great one to, again, reveal these truths to you and help you to find them. As you start to feel more confident in your personal everyday life with your self-esteem and in your spiritual development, you're going to find more and more light shines on you and more blessings will come your way. So when you're ready to grow and transform, Yooperlite is going to be a great asset. Not only will Yooperlite allow you to find spiritual connection to the heavens above, but also to the earth below. Its colour suggests that it's going to be really great for the Earth Star chakra, first of all. Of course, the Earth Star chakra is located about 30 centimeters below our feet. It's the energy center that connects us to every human, every animal, every plant, every stone person, everything that is and dwells upon this earth and calls this earth home. And to connect with them not just on a practical level, but on a spiritual level. So if you are interested in working with, fairies, elves, dragons, mermaids, any kind of earth beings, crystals a little bit more and finding that connection, Gaia, whatever that may be, any earth-dwelling being, this will be a really great crystal to help you with this. It'll be a great one for helping you to understand animal communication and be able to understand the cues that animals are giving you as well. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, I think this could also be a really great one for helping you to connect with your ancestors through the incarnator chakra. This is an energy center about 30 centimeters below the Earth Star chakra, which connects you through space and time, back through the past, through past clans and your ancestry, and helping to feel a real connection. So if you want to deepen your connection with Earth, maybe you're feeling like you don't even belong here, Yooperlite can help you not only to feel at home here, but to understand the magic that exists on this Earth, even when you can't see it. A really beautiful way to use Yooperlite is simply take it out into nature, somewhere beautiful like this, and just sit quietly. And at first it may just seem like a drab area and not much is happening, but as you patiently meditate and rest and just contemplate and just basically sit there with this crystal, you will start to see the magic that's actually happening, and you'll start to notice things that you didn't notice when you first arrived. So if you want to see the magic of this planet and allow it to be unveiled to you, then Yooperlite is going to be a great asset to help that happen. I mentioned before that there's another astrological aspect that Yooperlite really leans into, and I think this is perfect for those that are born with Pluto in Scorpio. Now that is generally people that are born between 1983 or 1995, so kind of that millennial era, and this was a time when there was a rising interest in things like the occult and also birth, death, and rebirth. And this is when the AIDS virus actually became prevalent in the world as well. So those individuals being born into that time had this kind of fascination for uncovering hidden truths. And just like when put in the right situation with the UV light on this stone, it helps to bring up the truth to the surface, then it'll allow you to do the same as well. These people are normally driven through finding the answers and going into maybe places where other people wouldn't explore, for tackling things that maybe past generations before would just ignore or just go, that's the status quo, and we don't deal with that. These people have this real urge, and that's how they bring transformation into this world, for embracing things that we don't talk about, that are taboo, that are to do with death, are to do with sex, to do with those things that we avoid. This is a crystal that's really going to support you when you're working with this, especially when you find when Pluto goes into retrograde. This is all of us, but especially those that have Pluto in Scorpio in their birth chart. It's really going to help you to bring things up to the surface, what needs to be got rid of, what needs to be detoxified from your life, what is a toxic influence, and help you to find those truths so that you can transform and become more authentic. This is definitely a stone that's going to help with self-authenticity and being your true self, unveiling not only the truth of the world out there, but also feeling comfortable to share your truth as well. Yooperlite is quite an earthy, grounding crystal, so I find the best way to cleanse it is actually by leaving it on the earth. Leaving it there overnight, allowing it to kind of come back to its natural balance, especially if you've been using a lot or if you've just acquired a new piece. Now, speaking about acquiring this, I have seen on the internet that it's available quite cheaply, and I would guess that people normally just pass it by, not realizing that it has this beautiful fluorescent aspect when it's under UV light. Quite symbolic, and the message of Yooperlite is hidden secrets and hidden mysteries and bringing them to the surface, and that's why a lot of people don't realize how powerful this crystal actually is. Now, you know I like to bring in other gifts of nature as well. I would work with either juniper berry or black pepper when it comes to the essential oils. These are both obviously fruits and berries that come on trees. Anything that's a fruit or a berry essential oil is to do with transformation. Now, whereas we normally think of things like citruses and they're very light and bright and associated with the sun, juniper berry and black pepper are oils of the darkness. They encourage you to go in to the darkness and find the mysteries that are hidden in the cave. Very Pluto, very Scorpio. Juniper berry is really great for helping us confront our fears, and this is a great stone for helping us with any phobias or fears that we may have. And black pepper is really great for helping us to get rid of the bad habits that we acquire over our life, from smoking all the way through to being inauthentic. So working with this will help you to bring the true self up to the surface and really honor that shadow self that you've kept hidden for so long as well. Animal-wise, the owl really seems to shine bright with this. Owls are able to see that light in the darkness, that truth in the darkness, how they thrive. They are nocturnal animals, and so owls will help you, guide you in wisdom if you work with them with your Yooperlite as well. Astrologically, as I mentioned before, Pluto, Scorpio is going to be the energy of Yooperlite, and so working with anything to do with Pluto would be absolutely spectacular. And of course, Pluto is associated with the higher octave of Mars, and Mars rules Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to be your power day, the best day to work with your Yooperlite. So Yooperlite was only discovered in 2017. It's relatively new, but maybe it's a great crystal for us all to start working with, to start looking beyond the obvious. We live in a world where there is so much that is kind of blurted and broadcast in our face, and maybe we're missing the hidden secrets and the hidden truths and forgetting what's important. If that's the case, then maybe Yooperlite can help you to see what really matters and to see the truth when there can be so much deception in this day and age. When we're always talking about fake news and fake media, maybe this would be a great amulet to keep with you to help you discern what is really truth and what not so much, and to kind of see the motivations behind why people are sharing a certain message. I'd love to know about your experience with Yooperlite. If you've got one, please share in the comment section below so we can all learn from each other. But this is a spectacular crystal when you get to know it and when you have a UV blue light to shine on it as well. I'll talk to you really soon. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few moments. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.